on create. This gives you a chance to fill in the details. You basically create your user interface there. Okay. Then we're going to transition into a visible state. This is when it's being put onto the screen. On start is called, and this is typically where you might want to do some animation. Refresh the display, things like that. I'm sorry, not animation, that's on resume. But you basically are displaying any type of information or hooking up to services so you can talk to them. Then you finally have this resumed or foreground state. This is when the user can interact with it. So there's really three phases there. One, you're not visible at all, the user can't interact. Two, you're visible, but the user can't interact with you. And then the third one is you're visible and the user can't interact. Those make sense? And as we transition, these are the methods that are end up calling between each one of them. So I'm about to be created, onCreate is called. About to be made visible, onStart is called. About to be made interactive, onResume is called. Then when the user's coming out, let's say a dialog pops up. When a dialog pops up, the activity behind it becomes paused. So we call onPause, and in your onPause method, you can do things like stopping animation, because probably when there's a dialog up, you don't want animation going on behind it. Okay. When the activity is completely covered, so if you go from one activity to another, your first activity is no longer visible. He's going to transfer back into this stopped and created state. OnStop will be called there. Finally, when the system is going to throw him away, he calls onDestroy. Now you're going to notice that I put these two ones in a different color down here. That is because the Android operating system is free to kill the process at any time it wants to. And if the process, anytime after onPause. So onPause is guaranteed to be called, but the operating system, if it wants more memory,